Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we have something a little bit different. This summer I tried to do a video on just burning out tree stump. Well, with all the rain, it really made it difficult. I actually did burn the stump out, but it just made it like impossible to film. So, but I just think it's kind of, I don't know, you don't want to say lost technology, but it's pretty common sense, but it works fantastic. And to me it's the best case scenario because getting a stump ground out, while it's instantaneous and you can move on with your project, and in the right circumstances it's definitely worth the money. Some of the time, especially when you're dealing with property, and you just want to get the thing out of the way so you're not hitting it with a mower or your tractor or something like that, it's a great option. And this is the stump we're going to be burning out. Not a big stump. It'll still fit inside the barrel. So what I've done is taken a 55-gallon drum. I've cut the top and the bottom of it out, and that's what I'll be using for the chimney, because it creates a nice draft and does seem to help a bit. So I'm going to go ahead and get this stoked up. And this is at my local Rotary Club. So they're a non-profit. They do good stuff, community improvement programs and stuff like that. So I felt like it's something worth spending my time on. So that's what I'm going to do. We got her loaded up with some newspaper and some lighter knot. That ought to help get things going. And we're going to go ahead and light her up and let her do her thing. Now I'm hoping, because it's a pine stump, that it's going to have plenty of pine tar in it and burn off nice and quick. Yeah, I just finished lighting it and it is 8:42. So let's see how long it takes to burn this down. Like I said, I'll be happy if we just get it at grade or below grade instead of sticking a foot up in the air. All right, it's been, I don't know, maybe a minute or two, but you can see it started to roll pretty good. But again, there's a lot of newspaper and small sticks and a little bit of lighter knot in there to help get it going, because we want to be able to try to get that pine stump lit. And hopefully there's plenty of pine pitch in there to get it going and get it burning hot, so it'll go up in short order. In the meantime, it feels nice and warm. All right guys, so it's been about 4 hours. Ran down the house, grabbed a blower, because while I was here I started to get bored, so I decided to do a little cleanup. And back over in the corner here, it's kind of a retention area for water runoff from rain, and so it kind of gets neglected, and there was a bunch of limbs back there, so I started picking that stuff up. And I started there was a bunch of garbage and beer bottles and soda cans and stuff like that. So I went ahead and got all that stuff cleaned up and took it up to the dumpster. But all the branches and stuff, I kept feeding into the fire, and of course that caused a big pile of ash. So I don't know if I hurt myself or helped myself. Tomorrow will tell the tale. But it has burned down some. but you can see, really not as much as I would like or have hoped, because that in the back corner there is a concrete block that I was using to hold the edge up, just to allow the air to flow in. And of course, I piled all that stuff up with ash as well. So that's why I went and got the blower, just to kind of clear it out to allow for more airflow. But all that ash, of course, it acts as an insulator. So, but at any rate, I've cleared it out, and I'm going to leave this side just as it is, and let it, just kind of cook down. But I will check back on it tomorrow, and we will see, what type of progress we've made. And, either way, I mean, we're, going to be better than we were today. So it just might take more time than I'd anticipated, because the, this stump, I don't know if it's just because it was wet, but normally, these pine stumps, they get so thick with, pine resin, pine tar, that, man, once you get them going, they just roll. But this one really didn't seem to do that. But at any rate, it didn't matter. It was still a productive time. Like I said, I was able to do a bunch of cleanup, and so I feel like I was productive, and they kept me from getting bored, and picked up a bunch of trash. So that feels good. So we will check back tomorrow, but I'm gonna knock it in the head for tonight and call it done. All right, guys, we're gonna head down and check on the fire and see how things have progressed. Clean her up a little bit, and probably re-stoke it so that it'll start burning hot again. I'm sure it's still burning, but I doubt that it's burning very hot. So I put some more pine in there. I'm going to use the blower to clear out some of the ash, and that way it can get back to having a good oxygen supply and burn good. So here, there's, she's still smoldering. Let's see if we can see in it, or if there's too much smoke. Well, yeah, not a whole lot to see just yet. Let me get the blower out and kind of clean it up a little bit, and see if we can get her heated up and some more wood put on her. Alright, so we just got that kind of idling, clearing out some of the smoke, some of the fine ash. And, you can see it's still hot down in there, and which is kind of typical for these pines. You can see where it's really kind of burned into the center, because that's where all the pine tar is, pine sap, and that stuff really catches. But basically, I'm going to keep doing a little bit more of that. I'm going to move the blower over to the other side, kind of clear away some of this, light ash, and then throw some more logs in there to get her kind of stocked up, so she can go again for a few more hours. Obviously, you can tell just by the smoke coming out of it. It's not so much ash or smoke. It's burning a lot clearer, a lot cleaner. Just throw a few logs in there. You're going to let the coals that are, obviously they're plenty hot right now because I just got done running the blower on them. But you can tell we've cleared out, a lot of that ash so that the fire can breathe again. And the stump originally You could barely get the barrel over it. So we made some progress on it. It's really, seems to be burning, the heart of the stump out the quickest. And obviously that side over there was where I had that, you can barely see the cement block peeking through. So it was, literally stopping any oxygen from getting to that side of the stump. But yeah, I think we're making some progress on her, and I'm gonna have to stoke it up a little bit, get it good and hot again with a few more logs, and yeah, let it go. Pretty overall pretty simple process, and super effective, for anything that you can get the maximum gain with the minimum work is obviously the way to go. All right, guys, we're right at the 24-hour mark. So yeah, let's see what kind of progress we've made with our stump. Again, this is down at my local Rotary Club. So let's see. Yeah, looks like so far so good. It's pretty well gone. You can actually see over on this side, we actually burned her back below grade. But over here, again, this is the side where I had this concrete block pushed up against to hold one side of the barrel up to allow it to breathe. So that area is not really, burned back as far as the rest of it. So I think the thing to do is basically throw some more fuel on it, and yeah, let it keep doing its thing. And yeah, I think it's all over but the crying at this rate, or at this point I guess I should say. But yeah, I think we just throw the barrel back on it and add some more logs. I think I will hit it with the blower just a little bit to clear out some of the ash buildup, and it helps the air get to the fire, and obviously it'll stoke it up, so that'll help get the logs that I'm going to throw on there right now, get those ramped up and up to temp. So yeah, we'll check back with it again later. All right, guys, it's been right at 48 hours. So let's see what kind of progress we've made. Yeah. You can see now that we've got everything burned back below grade, and in fact the barrel's actually sitting a little below ground. So I'm going to hit it with the blower, throw a few more logs on there just to stoke it up again, and basically get whatever else burned out of there that we can gone. But yeah, we've accomplished what we were after, which was basically just to get it below grade, so when they have functions, if they want to set stuff up over here, they can do. But yeah, pretty simple, and you don't really even have to have the barrel. It just seems to help with the chimney effect, but I've done it many times without using a barrel. And obviously just because this is at the Rotary Club and it's kind of on the back of their property, I don't know, maybe people would walk up to it, but I guess having some enclosure does serve some purpose. But if nothing else, I guess it satisfies local fire code that the fires have to be in a container. So well, let me clean it up and get her rolling again. show you guys what I can see, you know, of what's burning in the stump when you hit it with air. You know, great. That was perfectly timed, right? But you can actually see that the roots are actually burning back, you know, below the ground. This is the last time I'm going to stoke it and add any wood to it, just because, well, it's pretty well done. Don't see much point carrying on any farther. But I was going to fuel it up and let it, you know, go through the night. Now, you can see what the chimney effect does. You can hear it, how it starts sucking air, and it all just like sounds like a bit of a jet. You know, and you can see how it really gets that stuff going, and it's only gonna increase from here. So, yeah, but you can see, you know, how far everything's, you know, burned back below grade. So yeah, pretty much a done deal. Yeah, it's only continued to build. And I think just kind of for craps and giggles, and to clean up the logs that I've got on the cart. I think I'm gonna just basically take everything I've got left and throw it in there, and you can see, I mean, the steel's starting to glow. That's just how hot it's burning. See, it's just able to draft air in there. Look at that. Really incredible. Let me turn some of these lights out. tell you what, that thing is raging hot. Yeah, she's burning a little hot. Like I said, that's the last time we're gonna, throw any fuel in it. Here you can actually see on that log how it's drafting into the bottom of the barrel. I hope that's coming out on camera. Yeah, wow, that's super intense. Well, guys, heading over to the Rotary Club to pick up the burn barrel because I'm all done with moving the stump. Whatever it is what it is. But I'm pretty sure that what we've accomplished is sufficient, and that the stump is gone. It's just a matter of doing a little cleanup. Yeah, we've actually burned it out to the point that it's, well, larger than the barrel. So you can see I stuffed a cement block in there to try to support the barrel as much as I could and allow it to keep going. But yeah, it's I think we finally got it going hot enough that we were able to get into the root of her. But you'll see it's pretty good size hole, And, I'll go ahead and hit it with the blower, just to re-oxygenate it and clear all that ash out, so that it'll keep going to clear out, any additional taproot that it can. But clearly that's well below grade, and I would say actually a better job than you could do with the stump grinder, just based on the depth. All right, guys, that's it. Have a great day, and we'll see you on the next video.